This video was sponsored by all of the fantastic backers over at Patreon. Check the link out in the description or go to patreon.com/stuffplus to find out more. Generic greetings and welcome to Stellaris. This is a sci-fi space-based 4X grand strategy game by Paradox Interactive and a game I've played for over 350 hours, so one may say if they were so inclined that I enjoy it somewhat, and that is indeed true. So why, you may ask, if I enjoy it immensely and have played it so much, have I not featured it more on the channel? Well, I've done random previews as of late showing the new DLC and patches, but the reason I haven't done a full series in a while is because simply not a lot of people watch it. Obviously the main element in that is my subpar commentary, but also it's quite a difficult and niche game to get into, so that's why I haven't done a full series, because not a lot of people will watch it. But thanks to all of the backers over at Patreon, this is a Patreon directly sponsored video, which means I don't have to worry about view numbers, so we've got the freedom to do whatever we want. So the format is as follows. Videos will be once per week and aiming between 40 and 60 minutes long, with feedback and suggestions taken from the Patreon feed. It is not hidden behind a paywall, anyone can watch this, but just understand that it is only possible because of those backers. Thank you very much. Plus one generic approval / appreciation points to you. Let's go to new game and we will crack on. So I've already taken the liberty of making a empire. Again, this is taking feedback from what people wanted on the Patreon feed, so we've gone with Generi League on a arid world. This is the G world, our standard naming convention. We've gone with a theocratic republic, which is a democratic empire with cutthroat policies, which gives us influence, and meritocracy, that's the one, which gives us increased leader level cap and pool size. The idea for this faction is that we want one that's going to be... I like the spiritualist tree, I like the psionic tree, so when we go for ascension, that's what we'll be aiming for. So I wanted to be fairly comfortable with what we do. Last time I played this, we did the Royal Generican Colonies, which is xenophobe, pacifist, materialist. It's all over the place, so I thought I'd go with one that I'm very familiar with and accustomed to. So we're going to go with Fanatic Spiritualist and Egalitarian, and the whole idea for this faction is that we generate a lot of influence, we generate a lot of unity, and we have a lot of focus on the heroes. That's what we're going to go with. That's the overall focus for this. So our traits are talented, increased level cap, quick learners, 25% experience gain, and enduring, 20 plus years for leader lifespan. So we're going for a lot of the leaders there. Egalitarian is consumer goods cost minus 10%. That's quite good. And faction influence gain, so we get more influence there. Obviously cutthroat policies, more influence there. Increased level cap. And spiritualist, which is the only reason we've gone with that one is because it gives you the temple building, which gives you unity, and also you have a heavy bias towards the psionic unlocks, which is why I've gone with that one. Red lasers, standard humanoid ships, and hyperspace travel. The reason we're going with hyperspace is because it is a lot more tactical. Now, we're going to go with small galaxy size because I mean, you can go bigger, but it just lasts longer. So I like the idea of just going with a small galaxy size, but having a lot of empires. So we're going to bump into them early. We're going to get a lot of fighting, a lot of diplomacy right from the get-go, and that's more action-packed. Advanced AI stats, we'll go with the 2. Fallen Empires 2, so we can have a war in heaven if we do if we do leave it long enough. This is all of the DLC, by the way, on this. So you've got Utopia. Is it Utopia? Yeah, Utopia, Synthetic Dawn, and Leviathans on this one. Primitive civilizations will standard crisis strength 75%. I don't know why it's on that one, but that's default. We've got habitable worlds default, AI aggressive as normal, difficulty normal, allowed FTL method. You could go for any, but I'm going to go with hyperdrive, and the reason for that is, in the latest dev blogs, they are completely overhauling all of the FTL and the way fighting works, and they're going to go with standard warplanes, and that is it. There will be things like wormholes and such, but they're going to be completely taken out as a standard method, so I'm going to get accustomed to the hyperlanes first, and it's also a lot more tactical, so we're going to go with that one. MI placement, I think it was clusters before, so we'll go with clusters. Advanced neighbours off, Iron Man mode off, and small elliptical 9 to 9, me 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 empires in total, with 2 of them being advanced, and let's go. So, in the eons since the first primitive generic communities took shape in the dry canyons of the mesas of G-World, our civilization has spread and prospered. Begin. So, This is G-Star with G-World orbiting around it, or is it the other way around? Oh, look, it's not flat. What a surprise. Anyway, so we can see we are at the, very much the galactic core, and it's just to the east of that. So that's good. So if you haven't seen this game played before, it's going to be difficult for me to go through exactly what's going on, but understand that the idea is basically to expand, to explore the systems, to... That's the wrong button. To explore the... What is it doing? Oh, it's because I'm pressing the wrong button. W, S, and D, not E, S, D, and F, which is what I was pressing. Anyway, so the idea is to explore around. You'll meet other empires. You will trade. You will engage in diplomacy and war, and that's the idea. You have a certain amount of resources and research points. You have planets. You have ships, and we'll be going through all of that in this one. So, in terms of research, we've got some physics research to select. We've got solar panel network, research speed increase, or assist research. Now, that is a really good one, but I'm going to go with solar panel network because that we'll have a problem with energy credits as we progress on. For the second one, we've got Biolab, Holo Temple, and Growth Speed. I'm going to go with Growth Speed. And then Engineering, we've got Improved Shipyard, Mining Network 2, and Nano Composite Armor. We're going to go with Nano Composite Armor. Actually... yes, we'll go with Nano Composite Armor, I think. And then what we'll do is we'll select our science ship and we'll tell it to survey our current system. We'll also go to G-World, we'll have a spaceport here, and we'll build a couple more science ships, and then we'll unpause it, and then we'll increase the speed to fast. The idea is we'll be running on fast for the most part, and then we'll be pausing it as we need to. I'm not going to be reading out all of the events like this. I will go through a couple of them, but essentially going through all of the text will just be here forever. So what we found? We found some nice fires on this area. We need to scan it. Difficulty 40% failure risk. I'll just say research it. Why not? There's no reason why we can't. If we fail it, we fail it. It doesn't really matter. So I'm building some more science ships, as you can see. On our planet, we need to build a Holo Temple, which is fairly decent because it gives us 3 Unity. What I'll actually do is I'll cancel one of the science ships and I'll start building a Holo Temple straight away. That gives us Unity, which will allow us to unlock some of these trees. I'll probably go Harmony first because it increases growth speed, and we can also get a Paradise Dome, which is quite good. Anyway, there's our science ship. We're going to assign a scientist to it, and we've got research speed increase and leader lifespan. I think I'll go for leader lifespan of 25 years, so it's an additional 45 years over standard because of my faction. Failed to find anything for my science team. Fine, that's okay. This is running version 1.8.3, and I believe it is... Is it the beta version? No, it's not. It's just 1.8.3, and we're running stock, no mods. I know a couple of people wanted mods, but I'm not entirely comfortable with them. My experience has been mixed, to say the least. Some of them are really good, some of them are iffy when it comes to compatibility, so I thought I'd stick with it as standard. Also, a lot of people suggested we do robots. Now, robots are a nice flavour thing. I do enjoy them, but personally playing them, they're not my favourite, which is why I've gone with this one here, this is the spiritualist one, because I like the psionic tree. I think the shroud stuff is fantastic and really, really interesting, which is why I like it. So we're going to go with that one. So it looks like we found a planet here, Desert World 21, which is fantastic. We are on a tundra world, I believe. Is it tundra? It is a arid world. It's arid. So yeah, we can colonize this, but it's not great. It's not great. So we're just going to keep scanning about. We've not found anything at G-Star just yet. Why is that? Oh, that is being researched. That's fine.
Construction complete.
Construction queue is finished, so we should have now Holo Temple, which I'm going to send over. Abandoned pod. 5,000 years old pod. Managed to open the pod, revealing withered remains of a reptilian alien clad in a uniform. Resplendent uniform, and we get some society research. That's why I'm not going to be reading all that out. I know we miss a bit of flavour, but as I say, we'll be here all day for blah 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 blah. You gain 60 science. It's not really worth it. Anyway, so we've got our Holo Temple. We need to start doing something with that, and what I'm going to do is shift over probably someone from there. We'll send over someone from the power plant, and then we'll put the other person that's currently getting made, bread, whatever, on there as well. So it looks like we've got the Vultum Star Assembly. That is the precursor. That's one of the precursor things. We've also got a minor mandate, which is because of our leader, which is Elder Jenny Generickson. They were elected on the platform of increasing mineral output, so we need to build mineral stations, which should be fine. We shouldn't have any problem with that, because once we scout a couple of these out, we'll probably find it anywhere. So in terms of unity, we'll probably go with harmony first, as I said. So increase leader lifespan, which is again good for us because we're going to go for that sort of thing. Decreasing unrest is always useful. Prosperity is good actually. Maybe prosperity first because you get private colonyship, and then you also get a pursuit of profit, which is energy grid and energy nexus now generate 2 unity, and also you decrease the upkeep on things, and that gives you ship cost and building cost minus 15% when you complete it. Decreased mineral bleed off, essentially. It's called consumer good cost, but you can see it's like an overall bleed off effect for that one. It looks like we've more things to search on the asteroid. Yes, looks like on Zorblar we've got a world that we can colonize, but it's only 60% because it is desert world. Now it's part of the same type of world, which is dry. Class is dry climate, so it is, I believe dry is desert, tundra, and arid, yeah, something like that, I think. Anyway, so we've got that done. We're gonna have, I think, some mining. We'll get our construction ship over there and build that. So what do I want to go for with harmony? One of these ones, I'm sure it gives me a reduction in building things. Do I want to go expansion, actually? I don't know. See, all of these trees are really good. Supremacy, well, probably domination is the one we're not going to go up at all in, unless we clear the rest of it, because it's to do with vassals and things like that, which we're not going to really bother with. Diplomacy might be useful as well, but since it's a single player game, not co-op, then we don't really need to bother with that too much, because I'm not going to be farming feds. So I think we'll leave out discovery, although that is good early on, because it gives you research alternatives, reduces the risk of failure of certain things. But I want to go with capital buildings. See, increasing unity is always good as well, and that's good. The private colony ship. You have a little bit more ethos drift, but it's not bad. Today's beverage is fresh orange. So, capital buildings produce unity. Tradition cost because of distance is reduced. New colony start with additional pop, that's useful. Frontier outposts, minus 50% upkeep, we're not going to be doing that. And we're only going to have a good effect of 2 of those. Although the adoption bonus is quite good as well. That's reduction cost and also consumer goods cost. That just makes us more efficient, the prosperity tree. But also this is growth speed on harmony. And I think overall, harmony's the way to go for us. Let's do that. So for a start, population growth increased by 25%, and then we can go with increased leader lifespan, and then probably go down to Paradise Dome as well, which is it gives you food output as well as increased unity, which is useful. Looks like we've got an arid world here, size 22, that's very good. Construction complete over here, so we will build another mining outpost there. Current energy production is at +0, so we need to worry about that at some point. Looks like we've got a observed moon impact. Might as well go to that one and research it. I might as well research it. One of the moons circling Saint Hasok will soon impact the surface of the gas giant. Oh, we'll research that, why not? System survey complete over here. So again, following the hyperlanes. So the 3 types of FTL are what's the name? Well, there's wormholes or like gates that you make. There's this one with the hyperlanes and then the standard drive. So the first one, you get a big circle and you can just jump within that circle. It's very, very simple. This one is the most tactical because you have to worry about the lines and where people can come in. And then you've got the warp travel, which is a real nightmare because you have to build the wormhole travel because you have to build the jump gates and then you go back and you can't get back because you have to build more gates. And it's a bit annoying, and I've played it once and I don't really enjoy it, but it is very powerful. In the latest updates though, they are completely getting rid of it. They're just consolidating them all into one like this, so you can hold systems. There'll be choke points, and I can't wait. I think it's by the look of it, and this is very early on, it's going to be months and months ahead. I don't think we'll see it until March next year. I mean, they haven't said when they're going to release it. I think March next year at the earliest. But from what I've seen, could be the best patch that we get from Stellaris. I think Utopia was fantastic. I think Synthetic Dawn was a nice little addition, but not really that great. Personally, it was like, yeah, robots don't really personally care, but for other people, I can understand why that's good. For Leviathans, that was okay, but I think it's going to be one of the best. Still missing out on all the espionage stuff, which really, really annoys me, because I think that's one of the biggest problems with these sort of games, that they always leave espionage till last. But you know what? If they go ahead and change the way it works in terms of the with the combat, so it's a lot more tactical, then by all means, I'll take that. No problem whatsoever. So still surveying these systems. I'm going to survey in and around my system first, on my influence, which is this thing here, and then we'll go from there. I'm trying to build up enough minerals to take that planet. That's a 22 size world, no bonuses on there, a couple of dangerous wildlife, but nothing fantastic that we have to worry about, and it's fairly close, so we'll probably go with that one. So construction complete here, which is the mining, which is good. We are now no longer on minuses. We're on +1 for the energy there. We just need to double check. It is in the science there. So mining mandate, mining stations are built 3 or 4. We've only got a couple more to build, which is around here. So we've got a asteroid A1-138, which is 3 minerals, WPR 411, another Stargate designation, which is 2 minerals, and then Centasok, which is 4 energy, and I guess that's because the moon crashed into it, which is a thing, I guess. We've got the precursor stuff to do, which is the Vultrium. You get different ones as you progress on. Sometimes you find a ring world, sometimes you find a dead world, and it's a nice little story that goes with it. It's a nice bonus if you actually complete it. Anyway, I'm going to go over there and put a mining outpost for the energy, because we're only on +1, and by the time we build a colony ship, that'll be in the tank anyway, so I really want to get a decent amount of energy credits up there. Looks like we've got a world where they've got primitives. There's primitives there. There's primitives. And they are in the Steam Age. Okay. They're in the Steam Age. We've also got a nice pop-up here. Habitable Worlds. Commendable initiative. What it's asking me to do is look for habitable worlds, search around, and things like that. So we're going to do that one. New thing available here, which is for our tree, Harmony. And I think we'll probably go for the Utopian Dream, which is the Paradise Dome. So we'll go up the Greater Good first, which is Unrest Reduced, which is always useful. And that'll be quite good. How is our research doing? 7 months, 11 months, and 21 months respectively for the solar panel network, growth speed increase, and the nanocomposite armor. I've got 133 resources, so I'm going to build another corvette. I always find it's useful to slowly build up your fleet rather than having to worry about it being inadequate right from the get-go. So, failure. The last message crew of the ISS ambassador reported aural activity spiking on the world, approaching the surface, communications cut. It's destroyed. Damn it! That's not good. Stop building that. Building the science ship, please. So we failed that mission. That's a crying shame. Where was that world? Oh, it's this one here. So this is a primitive civilization Steam Age. If we go to them, we can see we've got the Jovan, avian people. They are enduring, resilient, Arctic preference pacifists, and they're currently developing steam trains. But they also have Berethian stone on there, which can give you a really, really, really nice power plant. Anyway, let's just assign another person here. Research speed. Leader lifespan. And you can survey that system. There we go. So, looks like finally we've got someone on this power plant, which we're on +9 now, which is good. Construction ship is currently it's without tasks. I'll say build mining station. And that's okay. So we're on food, which is only on 20+3. What I'm going to do, go to policies and edicts, food stockpiling. I'm going to change that to balanced, which will increase our maximum amount to 1,000. Currently it's on 200, which means when it's capped, we just get a slight bonus in growth speed. But you know what? 200 is far too low for my liking. We'll put it to 1,000 and see what we can do there. So a couple of things we can build around here. Looks like a person is going to be here. They start growing there, and then we can build a science lab if we want to, but I'll wait until later on before I do that. Looks like we have got the Hollow Temple up there. That's fine. That's giving us 3 unity. Overall unity output is only +3. We've also got no edicts that we can put on just yet. Oh no, we've got spiritual unity, which is 141. I was going to go with the civics of, I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be Holy Cult or something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it. I'll be able to check actually, won't I? Fanatic? No. Imperial Cult. Close enough. Edict cost minus 33%, because I do use a lot of edicts. So, yeah. I was going to go with that, but I decided not to. And there's the end of that chat. Right, Corvette. Currently up to 4 ships, 129 fleet power. Want to get it to about 200 before pirates turned up, because otherwise we'll just have a problem there. And when I mean problem, I mean they'll assault me and kick my ass, which is something I don't want. Good worlds here. They've got a lot of stuff on there, so double, single, double there. No point in building anything there because that is colonizable, which... let me get rid of that for a moment. Pause it. Because as soon as I colonize that, you lose these out anyway. I don't know if you take them, but I think you can't build a station above there. This is an arid world, size 12, which is not great, sadly. Could take that. Obviously, this is going to be the first one, size 22. Then we'll go for that one. Also, this one is outside my... You can see the line is actually there, and this is actually outside my sphere of influence, so we can't take that. It's out my borders. Anyway, so 2 research done. So first things first, we got our solar panel network, and we've got new research, which will be deflectors. Really was hoping it was going to be that 5% research speed, but that'll come back around. And the next one is reveals the Engos Vapor. We've got naval capacity, and finally monthly influence +1 and propaganda broadcasts edict we can pop on. Definitely going with that one. And again, it's all about getting more influence, more unity. That's what we're going for no other reason than we can. So I'm going to say with my construction... ship. I'm going to head over there. We'll unpause it there and just check. I should now have completed that one there, which is done. Yeah, the thing that was in there for having mining things is done. So we're just going to keep surveying. You can survey over to that one there. The problem with hyperlanes is that you cannot well, you can't jump across them for a start. You have to follow the lanes, but also if I went here and there's like, say, machine, like a mining robots, mining drones, for example. Mining drones, 2,000 fleet. It won't be 2,000 fleet, but you know, like say a couple of thousand with the hub and everything. I'm stuck. I can't get anywhere. Luckily, we're okay. But at the moment, there's only 2 points I need to defend. That one, and nobody else can get in. And because I've set it so that everybody is using the same jump lanes, I don't have to worry about people coming in elsewhere. So that's why I've gone that one. And as I said, it's going to be changed at some point in the future, so I might as well... get trained on this. So building over in there, more resources, currently on +8 energy credits, +22 minerals, 3 food, so that's okay. Influence is going up and up, which is quite good. What I'm going to do is spend some of that by putting spiritual unity, which increases unity output by 10%, which is not a great deal because quite frankly we're only producing what is it, 5 unity. That's okay, I guess. 3.54 and also 1.18. It's okay, I guess. Once we get the Paradise Dome, though, that also increases unity as well. And we'll pretty much get the first tree. I think we'll get the Harmony tree done in this episode. This episode is probably going to be a little bit shorter than other ones. It's probably going to be about closer to the 40 to 50 minutes rather than the hour. But, you know, I don't think that's any great shame. What we'll do is we'll knock it up to fastest speed because we might as well. And I'm going to construct in here. We'll have a mining thing. New wisdom, which is nano composite armor. We're going to go for powered exoskeleton straight away, which is increased army damage and minerals. So 5% bonus is always welcomed. So we'll say research or survey there. Survey there. That is a... Oh, that's a pulsar, so there's going to be nothing much here. I'm going to pause it a second. We will go for the Utopian Dream, which gives us the Paradise Dome. Construction on here is completer rated. I'm not going to build there because, as I said, when I take that over... Oh, you know what? No, for the 90 it's going to cost me. And I'm not going to be colonizing that in a while. I might as well do it. So, is that a pulsar? It is a pulsar, which is why there's no habitable worlds here. Not habitable because that kicks out so much radiation that everything would be fried completely, especially at the poles. You don't want to stand there. You really don't. So that guy's going to survey along. That's fine. Fleet force. I might as well as assign a leader. And we've got...
System survey complete.
Let me pause it a second. We've got emergency FTL damage -50. That's running away. That's ship upkeep and weapons range. I'm going to go with this guy because he has reduced ship upkeep and also because he's quite young. And yes, we are being ageist. The reason we're doing it is simply because I want to have these live longer. And if you're going to pick someone that's like 50 odd, then, well, they'll die a little bit closer. Bad rule of thumb for life, because, you know, experience and all of that. But in this game, it doesn't count for naught. So, there we go. Don't know why I explain that, because I keep forgetting that the majority, statistically, of the viewers on the channel are between the ages of 24 and 32. And 36, I think it is. Like, over 70% are. So, you know. You know this anyway. Anyway. And if you're already nearly half an hour in or whatever to a Stellaris video, then, you know, you've obviously got something there. It ain't exactly throwaway. Yeah. We're not exactly just collecting little gems and putting them in a corner or whatever. It's not that sort of a game. It takes a little bit more. So spiritual unity's on the go. Infrastructure projects, yeah. I mean, not knocking the people that do like those games. I'm not having a go or anything. I'm just saying that, you know, it takes a special kind of someone to watch a long Stellaris video. My kind of people. Anyway, so we could wait a little bit longer for the colony ship, which is how much? Hey up. Why is it that? 506? That's expensive. Why is it that expensive? That button. I have no idea why it's that expensive. Right, we might be going to Prosperity to get this private colony ship.
Anomaly found.
I don't know why it's 500. 506 as well. Maybe because it's FTL hyperspace. I don't know. Can we cheap it out? Can we be a bit cheeky? Hang on, let me just go to this thing here and we'll send this guy scouting over there. Construction ship's done there. Blah, blah, blah. That's fine. We'll see upgrade. We've got them upgrading. Might as well get my fleet up to the level I wanted it to. Yeah, why is it? Let's see if we can cheap it out. So ship designer. Colony ship. Hyperdrive 1. Chemical thrusters 1. Armor. Get rid of that. Right, so can we not get rid of it? Colony ship. There we go. Colony ship. Whoa. The voice was glitching out there. I don't know if you heard that. So we got armor and stuff and fusion reactor. You know what? I don't need any of that. No frills. Call it the basic. So this is the basic version. Oh, power minus 10. So I do actually need to put a fusion reactor in it because otherwise it won't work. Save. Right, how much is the basic version now? Why you no work? Why you... What? Did I not design that properly? So the basic... Armor 3. Yeah, the only difference is armor. Oh, right. One of them's 500 and the other one's 506. Right, well, it's not really worth it then, is it? Apparently armor's cheap. Alright, fine. And for some reason why is the world being reset? There we go. It was on a weird angle there. Okay. So construction's done there. Nothing to build there. Can't build there. Do I want to build a frontier outpost? Putting one there would be very, very nice, in fact. But that's also got an arid world, which is my kind of thing anyway. Let's have a look at that arid world. Arid world, decent size, nice place to put down, which is there. Ooh, we might have to go there, because then that'll increase the borders to cover that. And yeah, that's the one we're going to go with. And it's also got something else there as well. Can't take the Arctic world, because it's 20% habitability. It's not one of the groups that we can have, so... Not going to go there. First things though, I'm going to have to clear some tiles here because we are max out now on people. Still +4 on the food, or +2 on the food, so that's fine. But it's important that we get this clear so we can expand, you see. Spiritual unity is on the go. Infrastructure projects is building speed reduction. Don't want that, don't want that. Oh, and we found some aliens. And it is a science ship of... That is human. Or rather, it's mammalian. So it's mammals. So they're over there. We could research their technology or their language, but I'm not going to bother. I'll let them research my stuff because, quite honestly, I'm spending too much time getting this thing here. So the question is, now that I know that they're there, do I want to put a frontier outpost around here? So far, no, because of what's there. There's nothing of great interest for me, so I'm not going to bother. So, there we go. We've now got population growth. That's building there. That's fine. Should have built that solar panel network a long time ago. My apologies. Solar panel network, it gives you 3 energy credits, but it costs you 3 energy credits to have the spaceport, so it basically just offset the cost. That's all it does, really. But that's always useful. Plus 10 energy, which is good. So when we do eventually build our colony ship, which we are close to that, we'll probably set down sooner rather than later, but yeah. Also, forgot to build the Paradise Dome, which is 200, but does give us 2 Unity. I think I'll wait. I want to build the spaceship first, because it takes a while to build this thing. It does take a while. System survey complete. Keep surveying, please. You turn hyperlimbs off, by the way, you can do that. But no point. No point for us, because we need to see that. The reason you would turn them off is if later on you can, if you're playing, say, Jump Drive, and you get the research for jump lanes, it means you can see what the opponents that use the hyperlanes have to go. You can see where they're going, but obviously you don't always want them on, so that's why that option's there. So that's fine. Building the ship take a little while. We will replace that one with a Paradise Dome. Oh, Unity. So we'll go with. We could forget that. We could go elsewhere. There you go. So we are receiving transmission from the Union of Zanama. Oh! Evangelizing zealots, fanatic spiritualist, and militarist. I bring greetings from Reverend Elder Roddig Den Prem, the elected leader of the Union of Zanama. We believe the right in all sapient beings to fill their individual spiritual needs, and we hope you share the same sentiment. Praise be the divine for this meeting. Oh yes, so we should be plus 15 opinion, yes, because they are a spiritualist like I am, so we like each other. So first things first, I will offer a trade deal of star charts, and they are not likely to do that. What about active sense link as well for 10 years? Oh, for some reason that one they don't mind, but no, they don't want less than 24 years, and they don't want more than 28. Let's just wait a little bit, because eventually it's new contact, so it's minus 20 and it'll be plus 2 yearly, so eventually they'll accept that, so that's fine. So we don't have to worry about those. The only thing we have to worry about is border friction if we do get to that point. Anyway, so do I want to go up in the harmony tree, or do I want to pick another tree? No, I'm gonna keep going up this harmony tree and finish the tree off. Research speed, of course, that's straight away. So that one replace with a really nice Paradise Dome. That guy's half. I was going to say built, but you know what I mean. Half there. I will clear this bit here, so we can start getting some more stuff there. Why is there? Oh, happiness is base 50%. Yeah. Clear this industrial wasteland so we get the society research eventually. I'm going to try and increase my research because I understand we're lacking on that one. We haven't found any real research stuff just yet. Colony ship is almost built, and then my energy will... I don't think it'll hit the tank, actually. I think it's just going to go to about maybe plus 4 or something like that. We'll find out in just a second.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Plus 4 and then to 6. Yeah, close enough. So, colonize planet. I'm going to set it down on... I'm going to pause it, actually. So, where you set it down on, it used to take, and I made this mistake before, that it used to take food, but it doesn't now. It takes energy. So if you plump it down on anything but energy, it just cancels out. Plump it on energy, it'll take that. So hang on, let me make sure. Let me just make sure that what I've just said is not bogus. No, we do produce energy on that, so that's fine. So we want to say that's colony ship. We want to say go there, colonize planet. The problem is the adjacency bonus only works for food, energy, and minerals, not for science. So if I put it there, these two doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything at all. But it will do these two. If I put it there, 2 that doesn't work, put it there, we've got 1, 2. So in reality, it matters not, so I'm going to put it there. Done. And unpause it. Actually, no. Research, which is done. So monthly influence +1. Also, propaganda broadcasts. We will check what else can we do. Biolab, orbital hydroponic farms in military academy. We're going to go with Biolab and unpause it. So now we can fire up an edict if we want to of propaganda broadcasts. Happiness +10%. That's pretty cool. But we're not. We're going to save. And the reason we're going to save is because I have a plan. Like the Cylons, they have a plan. At least that's what it said at the start of the series, you know, these are the Cylons, they have a plan. We never found out what the plan was until the actual film called The Plan. Their plan apparently is to wipe everybody out, but hey-ho. So we can go with improved spaceport, camo material, ceramo metal materials, better armor tier 2 spaceport, and engineering facility, which I think the engineering facility will be most good, and I will send the construction ship over to here, and that'll then allow us to start building around here. So that's good. And because of the way this works, that will then eventually connect up this. So we'll eventually get that world anyway. Well, not the world, but we'll get that system so we can then build on it as well. So that's good. The only thing is my northern border is fairly exposed. So I might go ahead and build a frontier outpost here. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm very aware that I'm getting closer to this person, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I want to scout my southern and northern borders. Remember, this is only a small map, but we got 9 other empires plus 2 plus two other ancient empires. So yeah. So a great day for the Generi League. As you can see, we're now colonizing worlds, so I will now start doing things like research and then do these other two as well. So that's excellent. We've got some upgrades to be completerated on our ships, which we'll set going. If we go onto here, we can see that we now have almost the Paradise Dome completerated, and then we will build a power plant on there after getting rid of that, which is fine. And this will give us... so it's more food, increased unity, and also the Paradise Dome gives us +5% happiness. Very, very good. So this guy, I'm going to say, you go there. You start searching over this way, please. And this guy, once he's done, I'm going to probably do that one and then head south. So I think we'll go for another couple of corvettes because that's always useful. As I said, try to keep the fleet up. Even if you don't use it in anger... Let me pause it a second. Even if you don't use the fleet in anger, then at least you've got it so people just won't declare war. So someone like this person who is a militarist, they might attack me. I doubt it because we're the same main ethic, which is the spiritualist. But say if there was just a fanatic xenophobe that has, you know, militarist, they might attack me for no reason. But they won't attack me if I've got equivalent fleet power. Or, well, they might actually, you never know, but for the most part, they'll refrain. So trade deal, they want a research agreement. And they'll give me 31 minerals for it. For 30 years, that's quite a big agreement. But you know what? I'm up for fostering good relations. And I say, yeah, offer trade deal. For a start, I want some star charts off you. And we'll say for 28 years. And then we'll know what they've found. If they accept. Complete. Which they have just accepted. There we go. This is good. So I'm going to send this guy south. Eventually we might go for defensive pacts and maybe even a proper pact of working together and such, but we'll see how it goes. +1 energy. That looks worse than it is. It's because we are colonizing a world which takes 8 energy. So yeah. That's why it looks really bad. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad at all. So food's okay. Minerals, not bad. Energy is a lot better than what it seems. So actually we're not doing too bad. In terms of fleet, 8 out of 15. Probably keep going for the corvette. But also focus on probably the building as well. Probably going to make another construction ship just to have it around this side. You can stick with one for the for a while, but I was also going to make another science ship. And actually, maybe that's a better call. Maybe that's a better call. Get some more scouting on. We got so much. We got a lot of influence anyway, and our leader cap is. Oh, we got 7 of 10. So that's fine. The way it works now for governors, by the way. Originally, it was you would assign a governor for each world, but now governor is it's like a sector. But anything that you haven't put in a sector, so what's under your direct control, is on the first governor, so that's fine. So, got some research to do. Going to pause a second because we're on minus energy. Don't need to worry about that. Anomaly, we've worked that out. Construction complete, that's fine. Which way I will... say... No, actually, you want to build that research station. I want to assign a scientist, that is... That's pretty good. Anomaly research speed plus 50% and fail risk minus 25. So we'll have those, and then we'll send them... That person's going south, this person can go east. And now we've got an election, a democratic election, which we can meddle in, because that's how democracy works. So we've got a couple of independents, or they're all independent actually, and we've got Jenny Jane Erickson, Ken Quincy, Desmond Biggs, and Quinelli Tishonyan. So, consumer build cost reduction, signed ship build cost, we don't want those. Monthly unity plus 10% and army damage, that's pretty good. Looks like the candidate support is all over the place, really. I wouldn't mind Jenny still being in this one, because quite honestly, the extra food is quite good for us, but also, extra unity is also good as well. What are they currently doing? Busy governing the core sector. Right. And they have off-world miner, which is build mining things. You know what? I'm gonna abstain. Actually, there isn't an abstain. Oh, after 79 days, it'll cancel. But I definitely don't want them doing these ones. I'm just gonna go with Jenny. And 38%, so they'll almost certainly be put back on there. So there's no problem. So we haven't got an army yet. Don't plan on having one, to be quite honest. So, where do I... Not yet, anyway, not yet. So this is getting built on. We've got one Arctic world there that we can't take. After 15 days, this will be done. Looks like we've got a special project there. Pause it a second. Track on map. Or go to. So it is... Moon impact. Oh, we like searching that out. And we will say research project. Sometimes it allows you to auto do it. Sometimes you have to go there and do it. Looks like Desmond Biggs, Revered Elder, has taken the job over. So we've got no governor. We'll change that then. We'll recruit a governor. And who's going to be the governor? Recruitment cost reduction or extra lifespan. We'll go with lifespan. There we go. So they've been, I could say hired, but they've been elected. So that's fine. That's growing population. Food's okay. Energy's good. Science is not fantastic, but it's okay. Gonna say, what should we do here? Oh, a lot of energy. You know what, we'll just say research station for now. These will eventually join up, you see. We should be fine there. So do I want to build a frontier outpost? The problem is that if I put a frontier outpost there, yes, I have control of essentially this entire left leg. And this person could have to go around. Which isn't a problem because we got open borders and such, we can go through each other's space, no problem. But if anything does come to that, a problem, then, you know, that could be disastrous, because if we have that, we have to defend it. Whereas I'm probably for just defending that one, so it's the way into my space. Probably the way to go. We've got another world that we can take, but I'm probably just going to take that one there, 22, and then eventually for that one, we'll have a very small sector. There's one of the things you can do in the game, I think it's called Inward Perfection. Yeah, Inward Perfection, and it's great. So it can't pass for society, little use for strangers who don't understand their way of life. Can't have rivals, can't have any pacts or defensive treaties or anything else, can't join feds, the lot. However, 20% unity, what's this one? Fanatic Militarist and Materialist. Greetings, I speak for Chief Executive Officer Ligvai Azut and the wealthy elite of the Miriam Starcorp. We are always looking for new trading partners, and hopefully we can come to some sort of accommodation that will benefit the commerce of both our nations. Praise be the divine! Right, so Yes, inward perfection. I like the idea of it, which is increase unity, influence, and you're just in your own little bubble. You go, you know what, I don't, it's not that I have anything against you, it's just leave us alone. I like it, but it can only be pacifist, and that really annoys me. I'd like to do the sort of, it could even be even like a militarist, you know, we are very warlike, but you know what, just stay out of our way. If you come at us, like the Membari sort of thing on B5, where they have different castes and stuff, but basically they just wanted to be left alone. If you do not bother them, they will not bother you, you know, Londo Malari. And he says it, so when they get bothered, they're like, right, it's on, and, you know, Earth Membari War. So I like the idea of that, but it has to be pacifists. I just think, I wish it would be anyone, like, you could just pick inward perfection, and, you know, you get a nice little bonus for not expanding far and such. I really like the idea of that. It's just, well, in. But hey-ho. I think I'll sleep. I might sleep tonight. I might get a couple of hours. So, I think we'll go for a couple of corvettes. So, this guy will not like me. Minus 20%. Spiritualist fools, as you can see. But also, actually, it doesn't show that. You see this guy here. New contact. But, doesn't show new contact there. Don't know why that is. Maybe they've already just made their mind up. We're spiritualist fools, and they don't care. Yeah, could be that. Alright, so assigned ship. It's fine. Haven't declared me as a rival, but they've got the other guys as the rival. I could form non-aggression, but that will reduce my unity, so I don't really want that. Science is good. That's getting built there. Could do with clearing probably this tile here for food, because eventually we might have a problem with food. But we'll see. We've also just now got a faction, which is the Committee of Spiritualists, and their overall issues are
Construction complete.
pious polity affects faction happiness plus 5%, so we're doing that. That's pious minds think alike, and go away. And having at least 25% of our population some sort of spiritualists will increase their faction happiness, which is correct. This one is the embattled minority. A minority issue the generally displeased committee doesn't really tell me what it is, but there's not going to be any bonus. Essentially, we are so close to that one that we're getting +1 influence from it. And this other one, which is now the individual choice group, which we are completely appeasing, because all of the issues are, well, ours, and we agree with them. It's not really issues, it's good support from both. 1.2, so we're on quite a decent amount of influence there. What I'm going to do is pause it, because I've been talking while we should have been playing. Story of my YouTube career. Okay, so we're going to go with that harmony there. Oh, we have received some rather troubling reports regarding deteriorating health of Governor Dmitry Rekchevon, that word. His haggard appearance makes him look... Oh, he's a substance abuser. Argh. Got a druggie in charge. Great. Other substances are available. Right, I think we'll go for physics lab, or do you want to go for gravitic sensors? Actually, AI-controlled colony ships, which is development speed 50%. Yeah, let's go for that, quite honestly. Yes, they've granted us new wisdom. I'm so happy that the spirits have done that. Please thank them for me in a letter to the Times. Other newspapers are available. I think we'll go for... Ooh, assembly patterns is good. Minus 25% build speed. Missiles we don't want. Mining network 2. Yeah, go on. We'll go for that. Go for that. We developed some new skills as well, which could be substance abuse. I think that is classed as a skill. In the game, anyway, it is a skill. So we can upgrade these to engineering facilities, which I think we will. Not going to upgrade this one. My general rule of thumb, which is admittedly lazy. Ooh, galactic ambitions, border range increase, or food output. No, we're definitely going to go with border range increase. Standard one I go for. Yeah, a bit of a lazy way of doing it, but it's what we'll do for the time being. I upgrade the science buildings to whatever they are based on. So, for example, this is based on an arid terrain that gives us science research. We've got some heretics somewhere as well. Heretics? Not there. Where's the heretics? Heretics are here. Ooh. Ah, pirates. And we've also got... Now more pirates just popped up as well. So we've got double pirates somewhere. Pirates close to us and pirates over there. Anyway, pausing for a moment. Yes, so this science lab is on a research of physics, so I'll be upgrading that to a physics lab. I don't have physics lab at the moment, but that's what I'll be doing. It's a very lazy way of doing it, I'm aware, but until I know what I want to focus on, I'll do it that way. So mining stations are quite good over here, so we'll say mining. And I want to get the fleet. I want to get the fleet into there. And the reason for that is I need to get it ready to jump. So we're going to undock it, and we're going to put it on the edge of the system, ready to jump. A lot of these ones that I'm clicking on, by the way, are just accepting some of the research that some of the science stuff that we've got. If there's a long chain one, then we will go through that. We'll be reading through that, but not for the time being. No point at the moment, because it's just loads of text plus 20 science. Although one may argue that it's actually quite decent anyway, reading through it all. Right, so there's the pirate fleet. I don't know where it's going. Entering orbit of Zoblar. Oh, so it is going here, right? So send my strike force over that way. So, as you can see, jumps in straight away, and no warp cooldown because we're using the jump lanes. Looks like they are attacking my mining station, but quite honestly, they're going to regret that decision. Engaging fleet. Normal speed here. I've got lazies. They've got the rated death trap. It is a death trap for them because they're about to get absolutely ruined. So one ship down. Second ship down. Shields immediately taken off both the road agent and the juvenile delinquent, and they're going to be destroyed pretty much instantaneously. One's gone, and then the other will be gone as well. Done. And then what I'm going to do is send that strike force off, because I'm looking for that pirate base. I reckon it's in Albib. We'll see. Construction to be still done here. There's some more mining. There is another... Who's that? Oh, it's the space jellies. It's the Fen. Hi, guys. They're all nice and happy. Oh, and look at that. See that? 477 fleet. That is from him. He sent them fleet for me. Thank you very much, mate. This guy, we're like best buds. Best space buds. I'm going to form a non-aggression pact with the guy. Don't think that's unreasonable. So, how are we doing for the... Oh, that's almost colonized. That's good. Aha! What did I tell you? There it is. But it looks like the best space bud is already going there anyway, so I'm just going to send this ship back to repair. Because quite honestly, he's going to smash that to absolute bits. Watch this. Won't last seconds. Mainly because I got it on max speed, but... Zap, 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 zap. Yeah, destroyed in 5 seconds. A little bit longer than I said. But it's gone. No more pirates. Bit of a shame, because I can't research anything in there. But there is research projects to be had. Pause it. Where are my science ships? One over here. One down the bottom. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jumps. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. Okay. This guy continues on then. Whereas the other one can turn back.
System survey complete.
And, oh, good timing. Research projects and system. This is the debris, you see. So we scan the debris and we'll get some stuff, which will be useful.
Complete.
But I think we will pause it there. We have just got this world, which we will immediately fire up building cost reduction. We will build a spaceport, or at least start building one, and we'll start building a unit tree. It's called a temple. I call it a unit tree because you used to be able to build a tree that gives you unity, which was the unit tree, but you can't build it now, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, that is the first episode of Stellaris. Hopefully quite interesting if you got this point. I assume it is, unless you've left it playing and fallen asleep, but you know, at least it's give you something. So overall, doing all right, doing very well in fact. Over 1,000 energy. 45 minerals going up and down as we build stuff. Fleet power, not great. In terms of this guy, we are equivalent. In terms of this guy, it'll be equivalent as well, I'm guessing. Yes, it is. I think equivalent is within 25%. Actually, it might be 40%. Either way, we're equivalent. Doing okay. 2 systems. That guy's got 3 systems, so we're lagging behind there. Do need to colonize another system sooner rather than later, but we've got decent unity, decent influence. We'll be getting in the next 28 months the final harmony thing, which will give us an ascension perk, and the ascension perk will be almost certainly consecrated worlds, which gives you a massive bonus to things, which is why I'm trying to hoard as much influence as possible, because it's like 260 influence a planet, so that's why we're doing that. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the video. By all means, comments in the comments on Patreon feed and stuff like that. If you do want to check that out and indeed support me on Patreon, then links are in the description. I would appreciate that. As always, hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.